Dr. Modera was among the speakers at the 57th SADC Committee of Central Bank Governors meeting held at Swakopmund. The meeting took place during a time where the region and the rest of the world is battling high inflation, high debt levels and low economic growth. Additionally, the effects of climate change, especially in Southern Africa, has been taking its toll, and Dr. Modera says the role of the financial system needs to be defined in that regard. Additionally, the effects of climate change, especially in Southern Africa, has been taking its toll, and Dr. Modera says the role of financial system needs to be defined in that regard.
Climate change affects also our responsibilities as central bankers, be it inflation, be it economic growth or productivity. Climate change will also affect financial stability. And finally, talking about financing the transformation or adaptation, the role of the financial system as a whole needs to be defined. Before going into details, let me make two things clear. First, climate change is a risk, it is a disaster. And at the same time, tackling climate change also offers business opportunities.
Prime Minister Sarah Kukangelwa Amadila highlighted the importance of having coordinated efforts between governments and central banks to accelerate economic growth.
Numerous economies are experiencing debt distress across the world, not least on the African continent, which is in great measure brought about by exogenous factors that have derailed our developmental efforts and pushed back recent socio-economic gains. Inflation, largely emanating from recent global developments, remains sticky and has introduced a policy conundrum that has been testing the resolve of central banks. Nonetheless, your efforts to tame inflation and ensure that inflation pressure doesn't suck household incomes dry or morph into a perpetual spiral are starting to yield results. It is pleasing to see inflation rates in more as elsewhere in the world coming down.
Apart from finding solutions, the meeting is an opportunity to share updates on progress made in implementing the committee's strategy for 2021 to 2022 and also craft the next 3-year strategy.